If you're over 70 and you've been taking an afternoon nap, you're not alone and you're not wrong. Rest is important, especially as we age. But here's what most women don't know. The way you're napping might be slowly making you weaker. According to the Stanford Sleep Clinic, naps taken at the wrong time, for too long, or in the wrong position can reduce muscle tone, disrupt balance, and interfere with the quality of your nighttime sleep. And that adds up. Over time, that quick rest on the couch can leave you feeling less energized, not more. And for many women, it turns into a silent cycle. Fatigue leads to napping, which leads to poorer sleep at night, which leads to more fatigue. But here's the good news. You don't have to give up your rest. You just need to restructure it in a way that works with your changing physiology, not against it. After 70, your brain and body respond differently to an activity, light exposure, meal timing, and even body position. That means if you want rest to restore you physically and mentally, you need a smarter, science-backed approach. In this video, we'll break down what your nap is really doing to your body after 70 and show you exactly how to change your rest habits so they build strength and clarity instead of draining them. This is about smarter rest, not less rest. You lie down for a nap hoping to feel better, but instead of waking up refreshed, you feel heavy, groggy, maybe even weaker than before. If that sounds familiar, you're not imagining it. After 70, the way your body processes rest, especially in the afternoon, changes dramatically, and what used to help you recover may now be subtly working against you. Your nap could be disrupting your natural energy rhythm according to the Mayo Clinic. Your body has a built-in alertness pattern called the circadian rhythm in early life. It can tolerate wide swings, early mornings, late nights, long naps, but after 70, this rhythm becomes more delicate and easily disrupted, and the biggest disruptor, sleeping at the wrong time of day or for too long. When you nap for more than 30 to 40 minutes, your brain often enters slow wave sleep, a deep stage meant for nighttime recovery. Waking up from that stage can trigger sleep inertia, the heavy, disoriented feeling that lingers long after you open your eyes. It's not rest, it's confusion at the cellular level. The silent cycle of energy drain. Here's what often happens. You feel tired in the early afternoon. You nap for an hour or more, you wake up groggy and less coordinated, you move less, eat later, and sleep worse at night. You wake up feeling tired again and nap again the next day. Over time, this loop can contribute to reduced leg strength and balance, poorer sleep quality at night, higher risk of falls, weaker metabolism, and slower circulation. It's not the nap that's the problem. It's the timing, duration, and recovery. What doctors now recommend instead of long naps, geriatric sleep specialists suggest controlled recovery breaks. Nap no longer than 20 to 30 minutes. Avoid napping after 3 p.m. Sit slightly upright instead of lying flat. Keep light in the room. Don't simulate nighttime. Follow up with gentle movement, like walking or stretching, to reset your system. This method tells your body this is a pause, not a shutdown. And that shift makes a huge difference in how you feel after resting. Have you ever imagined starting each day with more energy, health, and confidence? My special calendar, 365 Days of Health, Beauty, and Wisdom, has been carefully created with practical tips and daily inspirations that will transform your routine and renew your vitality after 50. Don't wait any longer to live your best days. Click the link pinned in the first comment to get your calendar now. If you're waking up from afternoon naps feeling foggy, stiff, or slightly off balance, it's not just getting older. It's a physiological chain reaction, and it starts with how your body reacts to stillness after 70. Extended periods of inactivity, especially lying down, can have effects that go far beyond feeling sleepy. They can quietly affect your muscle strength, balance, and gait stability, cognitive clarity. And the more often it happens, the more it builds. Napping and muscle loss. What you need to know: your muscles are maintained by daily activation, small movements, gentle contractions, standing, walking, stretching. But when you lie down for long naps, especially in the early afternoon, when your circulation is slower, your muscles don't get the stimulation they need. This can lead to decreased muscle tone in the legs and core, reduced neuromuscular responsiveness, longer recovery time when you do get up and move. Dr. Angela Mars, a geriatric physiologist at Johns Hopkins, explains even 1 hour of prolonged stillness in older adults can reduce lower body responsiveness for up to 2 hours afterward. That's why you may feel wobbly or heavy after getting up from a nap. How balance is affected when you nap too long or wake up too abruptly. Your vestibular system, which helps with balance and spatial awareness, doesn't have time to recalibrate. Pair that with natural age-related changes in vision, hydration, and blood pressure, and you've got a perfect storm for increased risk of falls, slower reaction times, more hesitation and movement. The danger here isn't the nap, it's the combination of deep sleep, sudden wake-up, and no reactivation afterward. The cognitive cost of disorganized nap schedule can also affect mental sharpness. Instead of refreshing your brain, long naps may fragment your nighttime sleep, increase grogginess, sleep inertia, reduce short-term memory, and focus in the hours that follow. Especially for women who already struggle with sleep or mild cognitive changes, long naps can make it harder to stay clear and mentally agile in the afternoon and evening. So, what's the solution? Limit naps to 20 to 30 minutes. Always move gently after waking up. Roll your shoulders, stretch, walk slowly. Don't nap lying flat in bed. Use a recliner or cushion chair. Drink a small glass of water and expose yourself to light. Within 5 minutes of waking, the steps reactivate your circulation, muscle tone, and brain focus without overloading your system. After lunch, it's natural to feel a dip in energy. Your body is digesting, your brain is slowing down, and you may feel the urge to rest. That urge isn't wrong, but how you rest during this window can either recharge you or quietly wear you down. Especially after 70, your body responds to rest very differently than it did in your younger years. So instead of forcing yourself to stay awake or collapsing into a deep nap, let's explore a third option: structured, supportive rest. Build a post-lunch rest ritual. This isn't about sleep. It's about recovery without shutdown. Here's how doctors now recommend resting after lunch. Wait 20 to 30 minutes after eating, let digestion begin. Use this time for gentle movement, washing dishes, stretching, or stepping outside for air. Set up a recovery space, use a recliner, a soft chair, or even a yoga mat with a pillow. Avoid lying flat in bed. Use light and sound wisely, keep the room softly lit. Listen to instrumental music or nature sounds. This keeps your brain calm but alert. Set a timer for 20 to 25 minutes. This ensures you don't fall into deep sleep and trigger grogginess afterward. Use a light blanket or warm shawl. Keeping your body comfortably warm supports relaxation without lowering your core temperature, much important for older adults. What to do instead of napping if you're not sleepy but still need a pause? Try restorative micro-activities, guided breathing, legs up the chair position, not on the wall. Journaling or reading poetry aloud, holding a warm mug and simply looking out the window. These moments reboot the nervous system without putting it into a full sleep cycle. The result: more energy, not less. Women who switch from long, unstructured naps to intentional rest rituals report sharper thinking by mid-afternoon, more stable blood pressure and circulation, less stiffness, and post-nap slowness. Better quality sleep at night. The body learns to associate this window of time with gentle recalibration, not confusion. Have you ever imagined starting each day with more energy, health, and confidence? My special calendar, 365 Days of Health, Beauty, and Wisdom, has been carefully created with practical tips and daily inspirations that will transform your routine and renew your vitality after 50. Don't wait any longer to live your best days. Click the link pinned in the first comment to get your calendar now. You sleep through the night, you wake up fine. And yet, like clockwork, by 2 o'clock or 3 p.m., you hit a wall. If you're in your 70s and feel this way most afternoons, it's time to stop blaming age and start looking deeper. Because often, this fatigue has little to do with your actual sleep and everything to do with what's happening during your day. 1. Blood sugar swings. One of the most common, undiagnosed causes of afternoon exhaustion in older women is blood sugar instability. Even if you've never had diabetes, your metabolism becomes more sensitive with age. And if your lunch is high in refined carbs or lacks enough protein and fiber, you may be triggering a post-meal crash. Here's how it works. Blood sugar spikes from bread, pasta, or juice. Insulin rushes in to correct it. Your blood sugar drops quickly. Your brain runs low on fuel and you feel wiped out. This can happen even if the meal felt healthy too. Mild dehydration. Hydration needs don't decrease with age, but our sense of thirst does. By the time you feel tired, your body may already be slightly dehydrated. That reduces blood volume, lowers circulation to the brain, and creates a feeling of fatigue that mimics sleepiness. A good rule: drink a glass of water before lunch. Another 160 to 90 minutes after eating. This alone can reduce afternoon crashes by up to 30%, according to a recent Mayo Clinic study. 3. Undiagnosed sleep disruptors. Even if you sleep through the night, the quality of your sleep might be compromised. Common disruptors include silent reflux. You don't feel heartburn, but it interrupts deep sleep, light snoring, or sleep apnea medication timing. Early morning cortisol spikes due to stress. The result: you wake up thinking you're rested, but your brain hasn't recovered. 4. Cognitive overexertion. Your brain uses more energy than any other organ. And after 70, tasks like planning meals, managing appointments, or even watching the news can quietly drain your reserves. If you don't include mental rest stops, your brain may flag around mid-afternoon, not from lack of sleep, but from constant stimulation. What to try instead of collapsing on the couch? Eat balanced meals with protein, fiber, and healthy fat. Hydrate proactively, not reactively. Create a 10-minute pause ritual after lunch with light movement or fresh air. Talk to your doctor if you snore, wake up tense, or feel unrefreshed in the morning. Your afternoon energy isn't gone, it's just blocked. And now you have the tools to release it. Not all rest is created equal. Some rest leaves you clearer, stronger, and more grounded. Other rest leaves you foggy, cold, and slow to move. The challenge after 70 is learning to feel the difference and knowing what your body is really asking for. Because while your mind might say, I need a nap, your nervous system might actually be saying, I need light, water, and movement. The 3 markers of restorative rest. Here's how you know your rest is truly helping, not hurting your energy. 1. You wake up feeling warmer and more mentally alert. A good rest doesn't just pause activity, it reboots it. If you get up feeling colder, stiffer, or heavier, it likely wasn't restorative. 2. You feel ready to move within 5 to 10 minutes. You don't need to spring up, but if you're dragging for half an hour afterward, something's off. True recovery should return you to motion, not lock you in inertia. 3. You sleep better that night. One of the best signs of effective daytime rest is improved nighttime sleep. If your naps or rest periods leave you wired at bedtime, they're likely mistimed or too long. Warning signs of weakening rest. If you notice any of the following regularly, it's time to rethink how you rest. You feel dizzy or off balance after lying down, you need caffeine or sugar to come back. After a nap, you feel more isolated or emotionally flat after resting. You wake up at night more frequently after afternoon sleep. These aren't failures, they're feedback. Your body is always trying to tell you what's working and what isn't. What to do instead when you feel that afternoon dip coming on. Ask, have I moved today? Have I hydrated recently? Is my rest actually recharging me or just numbing me? Then choose your next step with intention. A short nap with a timer, a walk outside, a phone call with a calming friend, a breathing exercise, or soft music session. A warm compress over your eyes while sitting upright rest is vital. But after 70, it must be guided, not passive. That's how we protect our strength while still honoring our need to pause. The best bedtime routine for women over 60, backed by sleep science. The desire to rest in the afternoon isn't a weakness, it's a signal. And after 70, learning how to respond to that signal with intelligence rather than habit is one of the most powerful things you can do for your energy, balance, and brain health. What today's science shows is simple but profound. It's not whether you rest, it's how you rest that matters. A long, unstructured nap may feel good in the moment, but if it leaves you groggy, off balance, or sleeping poorly at night, it's costing you more than you think. You don't need to give up comfort or pleasure. You need to make your rest more supportive, strategic, and attuned to your body's new rhythm. When you shift from collapsing to conscious recovery, everything changes. You move more freely, you think more clearly, you sleep more deeply, and you stop fearing fatigue because you know how to respond to it with skill, not shame. So if you've been feeling weaker in the afternoons, start here. Limit your naps to 20 to 30 minutes, keep light in the room, rest in a chair or reclined position, not fully horizontal, move gently after, and hydrate and ask yourself, do I feel clearer after this? That one question will guide you. In our next video, we'll show you exactly how to build the best bedtime routine for women over 60 based on sleep, science, hormone health, and real-world results. The best bedtime routine for women over 60, backed by sleep science, will help you fall asleep faster, stay asleep longer, and wake up with the energy you deserve. Thank you for watching, and remember, your rest is not a weakness. It's your power source. Use it wisely.